Good morning, St. Martin. Welcome to TVCARiB In The Morning. I'm Ashana Haley. On December 15th, 2025, the St. Martin Hospitality and Trade Association and the Police Corps of St. Martin hosted a seminar focused on business safety and crime prevention. The event aimed to provide businesses with practical strategies to reduce crime risk and improve preparedness in collaboration with law enforcement. The seminar stemmed from discussions addressing recent crime incidents and emphasized the importance of proactive measures. KPSM introduced the concept of crime prevention through environmental design, which utilizes urban and architectural design to deter crime by enhancing natural surveillance and access control. Chief Officer Carl John led the seminar, sharing personal insights and overseeing presentations from specialized officers. Participants engaged in an exercise to understand the challenges of accurately describing a suspect, highlighting the importance of documenting personal observations immediately after an incident. Businesses were encouraged to implement small, effective measures such as greeting customers, monitoring behavior, and maintaining property upkeep to deter crime. The broken windows theory was discussed, emphasizing that visible disorder can lead to more crime. John also stressed the importance of thorough hiring practices and training for staff to prepare for potential incidents. The seminar concluded with SHTA expressing gratitude to KPSM for their efforts and offering ongoing support for community-focused crime prevention strategies. In a significant address to Parliament, MP Omar E.C. Otley introduced the Born Here and Born to Be Here legislation aimed at addressing the legal status of thousands of undocumented children born in St. Martin. This initiative proposes vital amendments to the National Ordinance on Admission and Expulsion, focusing on children who, despite being raised on the island, lack formal documentation due to existing legal gaps. The urgency of this legislation is highlighted by a 2020 UNICEF report estimating that around 20% of St. Martin's child population is undocumented. Otley stressed that this legislation is not about broad immigration issues, but specifically targets the rights of children born to foreign parents on the island. Real-life stories illustrated the human impact of this issue. A 15-year-old boxer named Shamar cannot compete internationally due to lack of identification. An 18-year-old graduate named Amber is unable to pursue higher education, and a 16-year-old named Jean remains undocumented despite his parents' long-term employment on the island. The proposed law introduces two main solutions: educational consistency. The age for residency eligibility is lowered from 16 to 10 years for children who can prove they have lived and attended school in St. Martin since birth, eliminating penalties for administrative lapses by parents. Rewarding. Contribution. Immediate residency is granted to children born in St. Martin if their parents have paid taxes for 10 consecutive years prior to the child's birth, ensuring that the law benefits families who contribute to the island's economy. Otley expressed frustration over bureaucratic delays and the lack of government data concerning undocumented populations. He defended the thoroughness of the legislative process, emphasizing the need to protect the rights of children born in St. Martin. Closing his presentation, Otley appealed to the moral responsibility of lawmakers, stating, "A nation's morality is revealed by whose suffering it chooses to ignore," urging his colleagues to support the rights of these children. The Christmas season is a time of joy, generosity, and, let's be honest, an abundance of food. From festive dinners to endless cookies, chocolates, and leftovers, it's easy to slip into a cycle of overeating that leaves us feeling sluggish rather than satisfied. But enjoying the holidays doesn't have to mean ignoring our body's signals. With a mindful approach, you can savor the season while still feeling your best. One of the biggest challenges at Christmas is the constant availability of food. Treats are everywhere, often eaten out of habit rather than hunger. A helpful strategy is to pause before reaching for something and ask yourself a simple question: am I hungry or am I just eating because it's there? This small moment of awareness can help you make intentional choices without feeling deprived. Another key is slowing down. Holiday meals are meant to be enjoyed, yet many of us rush through them while chatting or scrolling on our phones. Eating slowly allows your body time to recognize fullness, which can prevent overeating. Take time to appreciate the flavors, textures, and effort that went into each dish. You'll often find that you need less food to feel satisfied. Portion awareness also plays a role. Christmas doesn't require all or nothing thinking. You don't have to skip your favorite foods, but you also don't need to pile everything onto one plate. Choosing smaller portions of the foods you truly enjoy lets you participate fully in celebrations without discomfort afterward. It's also important to keep regular habits where possible. Skipping meals to save room for a big dinner often backfires, leading to overeating later. Eating balanced meals throughout the day helps regulate hunger and supports better decisions when treats appear. Finally, remember that food is only one part of the holiday experience. Connection, laughter, traditions, and rest are just as important. When the focus shifts from constant eating to meaningful moments, food naturally finds its place instead of taking center stage. Christmas is meant to be enjoyed, not endured. By eating mindfully, listening to your body, and allowing yourself balance, you can finish the season feeling nourished, energized, and ready for the new year ahead. Rob Reiner's son Nick has been charged with murdering his parents and could face the death penalty. Nick Reiner was charged with 2 counts of murder with the special circumstance allegation of multiple murders in the deaths of the 78-year-old director and his wife, Michelle Singer Reiner. He also faces a special allegation that he personally used a dangerous and deadly weapon, a knife. Prosecuting cases involving family violence are some of the most challenging and heart-wrenching we face because of the intimate and often brutal nature of the crimes, District Attorney Hochman said. Rob Reiner was one of the greatest filmmakers of his generation. His murder and his wife of more than 35 years, Michelle Singer Reiner's murder, are shocking and tragic. We owe it to their memory to pursue justice and accountability for the lives that were taken. Mr. Hochman said the charges carry a maximum sentence of life in prison, without the possibility of parole or the death penalty, adding no decision has been made with respect to the death penalty. Thank you for watching today's edition of TVCARiB in the Morning. Until our next edition, have a great day.